Rubber Chicken presents another low-budget Walden yoga movie. Today we're going to jump to standing, and it sort of seems pretty simple, straightforward, but jumping to standing in a controlled way so that you're able to really find your center and balance and the lift in jumping to standing from downward dog. And once you find that ability to be able to control that, then you're able to also control the jumping through to sitting and also jumping into things like Bakasana B. So this one's just going to be looking at jumping to standing in a controlled way, finding that balance, finding that lift, using the bandhas, and then the next movies will be based on taking that a little further, jumping to sitting and jumping into Bakasana B. Okay, so just coming into dog pose, and what you want to do is really straighten the arms, really push back onto the heels, and at the same time, instead of arching your back, you're going to want to tuck your tail a little bit and allow the Uddiyana Bandha to sink back towards the spine. So you create this nice little bowl in the lower belly, just below the navel, in between the navel and the pubic bone. And so that's the first step. And so from here, just taking deep breaths to be able to breathe into this space, but also to breathe to really expand the back of your body. Really feel your shoulders are sort of expanding, feeling the armpits are sort of becoming a little bit more hollow, as well as the lower belly. Finding that place. And then the second step is to, you're going to just do little baby hops, because you want to try to find your center. So you can keep your knees bent for a while, and you can also practice this where there's a wall sort of in front of you in case you're worried you're going to jump over. But you don't want to jump too crazily at the beginning, because you might actually jump, it cause too much more momentum so that you flip over. So you just want to do a gentle jump to try to see if you can find that place where you stop for a little bit, where you find that control. And the gaze is just between your hands, so try not to arch your neck and try not to arch your back. Try to keep that sort of tucking action when you spring to find your center. When you start to find that place where you feel that you're balancing a little bit, then the idea is to really straighten your arms, because when we get onto our arms, the tendency is to sort of bend them, and then we lose our balance. So the more you can straighten up when you're right over your shoulders and hands, the more you'll find that balance again, and it helps sort of that tucking action. It all works in one great piece. So you can practice that for quite a while, and when you finally feel that you've got that lift and that control, then you can start to try to keep your legs straight. You can also try just jumping to standing with your legs bent for a while too, to sort of see if you can place your feet in between your hands. You don't have to do a big jump, just a small sort of baby jump. And once you've got that, where you're sort of just tucking in, you're keeping your knees slightly bent to try to get your feet in between your hands, then you can try keeping your legs straight. And the idea really is to not concentrate on getting your feet in. It's to concentrate on getting your bottom to go right over, stacking on top of your hands and on top of your shoulders, so that you have the space to be able to just to rest your feet down in between your hands. So playing with that for a while, finding the control, straightening the legs. And you'll see that it's really finding the balance first, focusing on the legs, and you sort of feel that you're keeping your arms as straight as possible so you get a little bit more height to allow your feet to come in between the hands. Keeping legs straight. So try that for a little while, and then we'll do jumping to Bakasana B next.